did y'all get into that Where is Wendy Williams? I first want to say, who approved this monstrosity? Now, I was torn about reviewing this because it really is a very sore and sensitive topic, one that is very near and dear to me. So I will try my best to have some integrity with this subject. But P.S. I am a fool who likes to cut a fool. I also want to thank all my new subscribers. I see y'all, and I'm loving y'all comments. Welcome to the family. I also want to shout out to those who donated to my channel. Thank you, love bugs. So part 1, y'all got Mother Wendy stumbling on set. Child, she don't know which way is up. Somebody go get a walker. Child, it's gonna be a mess. So the show opens up with Wendy asking us, was we ready? And I said, nah, baby, after watching this, I wasn't. And I really wish y'all wouldn't have exploited this woman. This is ridiculous. So, child, we start with Wendy saying Wells Fargo has placed her money under financial guardianship. The producers asked Wendy where she was at in her life right now. And Mama said she was happy. She wasn't slaving for the Wendy Williams show anymore. Because now she can put back on her slut gear. No, Miss Wendy, we don't want to see it. We do not want to see it. So we are introduced to the first vulture in her life, Will Selby. He is currently Wendy's new manager. And Wendy says Will knows all about podcasts. Now at a glance, I said Will is just a younger, cuter version of Kevin. And sure enough, the producers asked Wendy who is Will to her. And she said her sexy best friend for life. Then Mama just bust into tears after that. She asked her best friend to console her. And he did what he's paid to do. He got up and hugged her. So I said, let me just watch the show and give Will the benefit of the doubt. So we get to see Wendy in her daily life, going out kicking it and taking pictures. Wendy says she has wanted to be famous since she was 6 years old. Wendy made a statement and said she doesn't know what wealthy is. All she ever wanted to be is famous. Boy, that fame will kill you trying to chase it. Mama Wendy then pops out her feet and shows us she has lymphedema. And she says she only got 2% sensation in her feet. She starts crying and says there is no cure for this. Then the producers asked Wendy about the rumors of her substance abuse issues. And Mama kept it all the way funky and said, yes, I love me some Tito's. I said, shit, me too, Wendy, because I got to go to work in the morning. We gonna stick to this Stella Black, okay? Wendy says the problem is Wanda, her sister, hates that Wendy loves alcohol. So Wendy, she does accept that she loves alcohol. And love is a strong word, y'all. So the next scene, they show Wendy attempting to shoot a pilot for her new podcast. And y'all, it broke my heart to see the queen of this shit stumble across her words. Y'all, Wendy was sitting there sounding like me when I first started recording. Baby, it's not funny, but sometimes you really gotta laugh to keep from crying. Now her paid staff was clapping for her. Honey, it was not a real bitch standing in the room. Because a real bitch would have snatched Wendy out that chair and took her to the bathroom. In case y'all didn't know, that's where the real bitch conversations go down. But a real bitch would have told Wendy, look, it's over. Let's just focus on you getting your money back from Wells Fargo so you can live the rest of your days sailing on a yacht with you some fruit and some good old wine. Because, bitch, you got it like that. But, bitch, I ain't gonna let you go out like this. Now bring your ass on. And what the fuck do you got on? Never mind, we'll go to Target and grab you some cute little jogging suits. And then here go Wendy talking about her feet. We'll grab you some Vans too. Come on, child. So, y'all, the next scene was Wendy coming home from the wellness center. And she did look a little better. Her skin wasn't dehydrated, and she seemed a little more with it. Now, the producers showed Wendy a previous taping of this documentary, You know her walking without that walker. And Wendy started crying. And they asked her what she was crying about. And Wendy still didn't want to accept her current state. She said she was crying because she was seeing the different wigs. And I said, Wendy, wasn't shit wrong with those wigs. Now, they don't look as good as when Antoine was doing them, but wasn't shit wrong with those wigs. So the next scene was the producers asking Wendy what doctors was currently in her care plan, and Wendy said she only has one doctor for her thyroid, and the others were to see if she was cognizant enough to get her money back. The next scene was Will, the manager, talking about he had a friend of his that's been a trainer for 20 to 25 years that he thinks is the ideal match for Wendy. I said, nah, see, Will, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but here you are, tagging another player in. So the trainer name is Arye. I guess that's how you pronounce it. We just gonna call him scammer number 2, Arye. Anyway, honey, Wendy was giving Arye the flux. Honey, he was trying to get Wendy to take them go-go boots off for her workout, and she wasn't going. He tried to grab the stability stick for Wendy to step up on some box, and Wendy told his ass, no thank you, no thank you. Now, y'all, a part of me thinks something is wrong with Wendy a little bit, but I feel Wendy is playing with this shit too. Y'all, mama, she know the game. She know the game they trying to play. Mother is the queen of this shit, and that's what they better know. Moving on. Honey, Wendy ended up tricking his ass into giving her a slick massage of some sorts. See, I told y'all she the queen. And y'all showed this shit. Wendy and Arye was walking outside, and paparazzi was waiting for Wendy. But I wonder who called them. I see Sean's slick ass in the background. We'll get to her later. Anyway, Arye tried to grab Wendy's arm, and she pushed his ass back and told him, I'm taking pics by myself. And I know the opportunist was mad about that. So the next scene was Wendy's old DJ Booth, talking about her infamous fall on the show. And Booth said at first they thought Wendy was acting, but it really was serious. So then we get to Wendy's first taping at home, I guess. And Will is on camera asking if he can see the first shot, because he want to make sure he look like money. I said, yeah, you look like you fell right into it. And I know Kevin mad as hell. So they asked Will, how did he meet Wendy? And he couldn't give a straight answer. He said, oh, at some club scene. And then he says, I used to commission jewelry for her. And then we went from friendship to manager. And I said, yeah, you must be Kevin's protege. So in walks scammer number 3. And her name is Keisha. Her title is part of Wendy's management team. And honey, Wendy was giving her the flux. She was there to dress and style Wendy. But Wendy told her she ain't like nothing she was pulling. And I'm like, girl, it's in your closet. But I really think Wendy wasn't feeling Miss Keisha. Because Keisha reminded her of Sharina. That's what I think the real tea was behind that. And I'm also feeling like Will knows that correlation. And that's why he hired her. Because while Keisha and Wendy was bantering back and forth, Will had a sneaky smirk on his face. I said, yeah, I see you. So Will says Wendy being pissed off is normal. And I said, yeah, dementia patients, they do go back and forth like that. So the next scene, they show Wendy getting her nails done. And baby, Wendy gave that little sweet girl the blues. Child, when she asked Lauren, was she stupid? I said, read her rights. Yeah, you let Wendy know how stupid she was for letting lame-ass ninja like Kevin run game on her. Okay, y'all, I did say I was going to keep it sensitive. Let me reel it back. Honey, Miss Lauren must have remembered them bills next to her refrigerator, because she let it slide. I said, oh, you grown. Honey, Lauren packed up her little shit, and she left Wendy crazy ass sitting right there. So Wendy starts talking about her radio days. And Mama said although she was popular on the radio, she was doing blow 5 days a week. Now I said, damn, that septum gone. So Wendy said her wanting a baby is what made her put that shit down. I said, good for you, Wendy. Wendy then talked about how little Kevin is her everything. And next we get introduced to her nephew, Travis. And he was about the realest person in the documentary. Honey, Travis sounded like he been smoking Newports all his life. And he ain't nothing but 23. Travis said him and his aunt's connection is a trauma bond of them being the black sheeps of the family. The next we get introduced to an old friend of Wendy's, Regina. And Regina looked like an old get high buddy of Wendy's. She said they've been knowing each other for 43 years. And just like a raggedy bitch, the first thing out her mouth was how Wendy's would stand up late, waiting on Kevin every night. Child, she spilled the tea on just how devastated Wendy was at Kevin and Sharina's shenanigans. And I ain't gonna rehash it. We all know how it all played out. And I'm not gonna cry, and I ain't about to make y'all cry either. So moving on. So the next scene, Newport Travis talks about when the family put Wendy in rehab and how the show made Wendy do her treatment in New York and address it on camera. Baby, I ain't signing no contract where they own me like that. Y'all entertainers are some real life fools. Y'all don't be owning y'all name. Your money really ain't yours. Whew, child, it's a mess. I hope you black ones remember what Granddaddy told y'all. Have some in the backyard. So Wendy skimmed over how Kevin told her about the baby and how she told him it's over. Ain't no marriage counselor that can help this. I said, okay. Ain't no coming back, apologizing, or I'm sorry's for a whole human being, okay? So Newport Travis appeared on camera, said the decline of his aunt happened after the divorce. He said he's not a fan of his uncle, but Kevin did make sure Wendy handled her business. He said her doing the show was half the battle. He said getting her to the show was the real battle, which tells me that Wendy been a hot mess, okay? So Wendy appeared on camera wearing Kevin's robe. I said, nah, Wendy, don't show him that. Child, I know Kevin at home grabbing his kahunas when he saw that. Child, moving on. So DJ Booth co-signs Kevin was the person that made sure that Wendy handled everything she needed to have handled. And then they show Wendy in the pool, child, exercising. And I must say, from the waist up, mama body is banging. Yes, queen. So Booth says Wendy already led an isolated life, and so the divorce and COVID wasn't really good for Wendy. He says that's when he noticed the changes in her. So the producers asked Wendy friend, how did she take her mother's death? And Regina said she took it very hard, but her job didn't allow her to grieve. Honey, they said the show must go on. And that's when Wendy should have told everybody to kiss her ass. So then they started talking about once Wendy started having health issues, how they was ready to kick Wendy to the curb. And see, Wendy, I told you should have told them to kiss your ass. Honey, you better be loyal to you first. So Newport Travis said he and Lil Kevin had to go get Wendy and bring her back to Miami so she could heal with her son. And the next thing, they started talking about how since Wendy decided to take her health issues serious, they went ahead and picked a new person, Sherry Shepherd, to fill her spot. And they showed a soundbite of Wendy saying Sherry was doing fabulous, so she ain't mad about it. So that's good. She got Wendy's blessings. So the producers asked Wendy about her and Lil Kevin's current relationships. And she said, me and my son love each other. He just hate that I drink. She was stumbling with her words a little bit, but she made sure to say on camera, when I die, everything is for him. I said, we heard it, Wendy. So we get to see Lil Kevin, and he said he ain't really want to do this shit, but it's for her to get better. He said he ain't seen his mother in 8 months. Then Newport Travis come back on the camera and says they done put Wendy under financial guardianship and little Kevin is completely cut off. Ooh, child, that's a shame and a scandal. Now I want to say more, but Spirit told me to shut up, so I'ma shut up. So the last scene, Mother appears on camera in her bad short mink coat, talking about she got a thigh gap. Help her, Lord. Then she starts crying, says she loves her family. I feel like they edited a part out. It seemed like it was a question asked before that. Anyway, Wendy ended up kicking their asses out. Child, they is gaslighting the fuck out this lady. And this is so sad, y'all. But we at the end of part 1. So it ends with Wendy having a panic attack and about to sing Mary J. My Life. I said, I hear you, Wendy, and I feel you, Queen. So I'm going to say my final thoughts with this. This is a reminder, ladies, to live every moment. And I do mean every moment like it's your last. And if it's something or anything that doesn't bring you joy, cut it off and cut it loose. And joy will come in the morning. This your girl, Classy Boots. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to y'all later.